That's what. There we go. Sometimes I forget to. Good.
And then it goes to here.
Cool. That's good. That's good. Pretty good. I would say on this part of the form, it all depends on how you're feeling. Like you want to be loosened up and feeling good when you do it. But if this part I'm talking about, but you want to go a little lower on these. But you know, it all depends on how you're feeling and everything. If you're tired, knees are hurting, you're not wound up, you don't go that low. But
Okay.
and you want to keep the. And there's other things. I haven't talked too much about it because we mostly just been going with the form. But the idea of Pung, that's like there's the 8 energies. Pung, Lei, Jian are like the main 4, which is inflatable energy. I think I talked a little bit about it, right? One is like inflatable energy. Pung is like a balloon. And then Lu is like kind of like Pung, but it's kind of like it's being pushed and rolling back, kind of so roll back. And then G is crowd, like you're crowding somebody. And then on is almost like on. You're on them. You're even though it's a Chinese word, it doesn't mean on. But you know, this one, it's kind of like for wrestlers and stuff. You're kind of pushing them down a little so that they're a little farther down than they want to be. Anyway, so Pung, which is the main one, kind of like a balloon. You think of that here, and then like there's a balloon you're sitting on, like one of those exercise balloons, but a little bigger or something. You're sitting down on it, right? So, as you're doing these, you want to make sure this like never collapses this way, right?
Okay.
This stays open. Same here. This pushes over this way. That's just something to think about, you know. Especially on this part of the set. It's kind of that's it. It's kind of a figure 8, and it works the shit out of your legs the more you do it. You push into the heel here, right? Back that way. To push the center over. And as I said, this one kind of absorbs and winds up. It's winding up. So like if you could jump with them, but you're not, well, you don't actually jump, let that energy out. Instead, you just use that energy to push into the hill. Come back over there. Now this one's winding up. Now you push into the hill. Now that one's winding up. Yeah. Actually, I gotta show you. I'm not sure what you can see. Oh, it's probably hard to see with this black TV in back. Okay. That's what I got. That better? Yeah, so there. You kind of sit down, wind up the hip. Then you push the hip. Now this one's winding up. Right. It's going to figure 8. Push that way. Ooh. Then you push this way. So, anyways, you do that for the whole set. This part is just you emphasize a little more. So, anyways, a couple little corrections in this before we go to the next part. So, just a couple things. So there was this. That's good. Here, then here. That's good. Here. Now, keep in mind, it's not necessarily this. I mean, your arms aren't doing that, but it's more wind up, unwind. So you're going wind up this leg, rewind up, wind up, unwind. So it's your legs unwinding. Now you go here. This is the part I was talking about for the big stances, because here it's like you're drawing somebody in here, right? And then you go over a little more, and then now you're really pushing. Once you go through here, the leg is already ahead of it. So the leg is already starting to push. Pushing into the heel, pushing into the heel, pushing into the heel. That turns over. Now you push a little bit extra over. And then here. And if you're in a wide stance, it's easier to sit down, right? Now in this part, here, as you push over, you're turning you can see it by the shoulder going over, but it's really the hip going over. The hip goes over, then the shoulder turns. Now you pull this way, and you're doing it on the other side. Pushing with the hip, and this turns over. Now you start to do the same thing this way, except for this time, you instead of just continuing here, right? You just do it twice. You go here, here, here. Now this time, this one comes around and does this. And this does this. Here, wind up, unwind. Now, this is where you do this move. So here, I'll show you from the front this angle first. Go from here. Remember, I'm turning this over. It's like you're going, boom. You're knocking them down with your hip and shoulder. Hip check. Like they run into you or something. Boom. Anyway, so turn over. Now this time, wind up, wind up, wind up, unwind. Wind up, wind up, unwind. Now as you unwind here, you're going to continue with the elbow. It's a two-part thing. It's not just this, right? It's also this. It can be hitting somebody, obviously. It can also be like you have someone's arm and you're doing a lock, right? You do that jiu-jitsu a lot, right? Use your body, pull their arm across like an arm lock or something, and then use your body, right? You're doing that here. Pulling your body, right? So anyways, it can be an elbow, or it can be like you're pulling somebody across. Anyways, it goes like this. Here, and you do this move. And the third time you do it, you pull yourself through. And that's when you use footwork. Two, now here. Here. Now here you turn your foot. Right? Turn off, let your pivot off your heel. Let me see that once. I can really see you because the window's on this. Do you go from here again? Good. Okay. So on this part, this is a hard move, I know, but it seems simple. It's really not. It's but let me do this part again. So here, here, that part's good. Now from here, this part goes in, just like when you do this, but it just goes into more here instead of the center. But it's the same move. You're going, right? And then it goes out, just like when you did. Just like when you did this. This side. Okay, is this? Okay, you did this. Now this comes in. This one goes this. This one goes this one. Just like after you've done this, it goes. Hold on. It goes. Boom. Right. It's also this. It's also somebody has you in an arm lock here. Like you punch somebody, but they intercept you. They pull your arm. Now they're using your elbows. They come across your elbow this way to lock you to make you do this, right? So as they lock you, just like on this move, they lock you, but you go through. When you try to lock, you crowd them, right? Because you're going through. When they expect to lock you here, you go through. You're doing the same thing here. After you've done this, after you've done this, you do it there, this side and that side. Okay, now here you're doing it. You want to kind of go in here. Then it's like they lock you there. You go through. You go through this way actually. Now you go through on this side. Well, so it's kind of like that. You're not going through in like this way, which is a way in a fight it would be a lot easier to do like as an application. But it's the same energy. It's that's what part of the reason it's kind of my favorite parts of the form. And you do it here, but it's a weird angle. Pull through. You do it here and here with different angles. You do it with this hand, right? You have that, right? You go when you're doing these ones, you go through. That gets you in back of them. Now you're in back of the punch. You turn your body through. Now this is different, right? Good. And you go here. Now here, you're going. This is going in the hip. It goes after you do this. It goes through. As it goes through, there's also this at the same time. It goes this way, but it also it can be a shoulder. So it goes through, then it comes in, does this, goes through. So it goes in and through. Oh, I messed up. Sorry, I'm exaggerating it too much. Through, shoulder. Goes through, but so see what I'm doing though? So instead of just going through, at the same time as I go through, it's from the side, it looks like this. The same time as I'm going through, I'm doing this. Boom. Like hitting this with the shoulder. It's a shoulder strike, right? Hip strike. The whole hip is kind of subtle a little bit. You go here. Sorry, it's actually I kept going. One, two, and the third time it turns into this. Okay. So here, let me see. I couldn't really see. I know it's a weird move, but I didn't want to correct it too much, but I had to. I want to make sure it's at least the right, more or less, pretty close.
Yeah.
Because you have the rest pretty good. This way. So from here, this first. Yeah. Go ahead and finish. Like someone's gonna punch you here. Get out of the way first. Don't just do this. Go out of the way. Yeah. Now do it. Now from here, this just comes straight back to here. It goes through. Yeah. From the side, it looks like this. Like, get out of the way. It goes. Kind of back. Goes through, but at the same time as it's going through, instead of just going through, it folds. Yeah. That's it. Now, as you do that, well, check it out. It's kind of weird though, because what makes it weird is that you got to go here. Now, as this comes in, this goes out and shoulder here, right? So shoulder on the left side. As this side comes in here, you shoulder here. You see that? So you're just looking forward. No, not necessarily here. Later you can when the legs get really strong. And then, hold on 1 second. Let me pause 1 second. Okay, let me see again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's it. That's it. No, but keep this in mind. Just that's good. You don't have to exaggerate that. Well, you do. You have to know that's there, right? But you don't necessarily want to go. See myself when I'm doing it. See if I can. So you go, just like with this move. It's not really this, right? Because I'd be putting myself in a bad position here if I just do my upper body. But it looks kind of like that. It's push. Okay, I'm here. I push into this heel, right, to turn my body. So I don't do this, my body. But now on the move, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not even there yet. I'm doing these. Okay, here. I turn my body. I turn here. This actually turns over. So because I'm not super strong and flexible, or at least not warmed up enough right now, it just goes here. But that's just the move. But that's if I can get my leg to turn the hip over, and almost kind of like we're trying to break someone's arm. You had them here. You have this in back of the arm. It's not necessarily this that's going to do it, right? What does it is kind of getting this side out the way and twisting the arm, making it do this as you twist, right? Make it go around like you have them here, back of the arm here. Here. It's not this that does it, it's this. It's, this. So, see, I'm kind of turn this side down actually.
Are you trying to differentiate that from what I'm saying? Yeah, like you're saying.
That makes sense. So it's turning. This. The last minute, it turns over though. It's the same thing here. I go. It's as opposed to going like here, which is fine to learn the moves that way because I mean you gotta learn the moves, right? Just here, like just all. This is just the upper body, right? Here, 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 here. Right. Now you're gonna do that. That's showing you the circles and stuff. But you're really gonna do it all here as you go. No one does it perfect right away. It's hard to get your body right away, but you're using your body here. Turn my body, lift my body, lift my body. Turning my body, turning my body. See, I want to turn the hip out the way. Now, I said all that to say, so you're here, you go dip, dip. When you dip this way now, you dip. It's one move. Dip. That was a long way to say this. So yeah, I should have just said that right away instead of explaining the other stuff. Because the leg stuff comes in, you can't really do it right away. It takes a little time to internalize the move where it's comfortable. And then you start saying, oh, okay, we use the legs first. Yeah. A little slow, and then we'll. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Dip there, yeah. Now you dip your left shoulder again. Now. Yeah. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
Let me say the last part a little slower. So just do from here. You go here, so I can see the footwork. Do it from the side so that you end up facing me, more or less. That's it. That's Yeah, actually, I don't want to add too much more to that because that's already good. Yeah, second time you pull a little far. Oh, one thing. No, one thing. So when you're this way. So I go here. When you first, okay, you go here, you do it again, right? And you go here. It doesn't the first time doesn't really go here. You do that the last time. The first time is more of this. Let me go slow. Like boom. I mean the second one of these hits, but the first time you do these. You know what I'm saying? So you go here. Second, and then you go boom, through. But see how it's straightforward? Then straightforward that way to the side. Now this one you do this because you're using it differently. It's almost like you did this to attack them here, but they got out the way. So they got out the way, but their arm is still. If you went through here, their arm is still here. They tried to grab or something like that. So as you go through, you kind of have your elbow here on the inside of their arm on this side, right? So you go kind of hooking them like this. They get out the way, you hook them here and pull them in. Yeah. So just it's kind of hard to explain without just showing you, but yeah. So anyway, so the first one is when you first see the elbows. Then pull yourself in. Yeah, there. Now that one you pull yourself in. Yeah, you can. It's like you start to do that. You start to do this, but they do something where it doesn't work, so you pull yourself in.
Oh, okay. And you're pulling in as if there's like a wall here, a post here that I'm pulling up.
Yeah,
on.
or even think of it this way: they grabbed it. They have this your left arm grabbed like even here they're grabbing. They're holding on to you. So you go.
Okay.
Because they stop this, right? They grab your arm, so just pull them in. When they grab your arm, pull them in, and then you hit them.
Oh, so the right
This
hand coming.
is something you use. This is something you use a lot, right? We have it here.
Yeah.
You have it here. You have it in the middle. For the punch, you do it here in the middle with a fist, and then with an open hand, right? So here. Now you do it in the middle, and then well, it's a low in the middle. Anyways, it's all the same thing, right? Here you're doing it here this way. Or here you're going, yeah, and it's like this. Let me see. I can't tell what you're seeing. So, you go through. Yeah, so if you're facing, it looks like this is like the neck area.
Okay.
And this is a little eyebrow, I think, or somewhere around there, maybe the cheekbone.
Okay.
And the next move is kind of you already know it's just a different angle. Most of the next moves are going to be a lot like that. Like this thing, you're going to do this a lot during the set. There's a lot of times in the set where you're going to go punch. A lot of times when you punch, you're going to be going here. Same move, you just do it twice. So you'll be doing that a lot. So these moves come up a lot again. That's a real important one. You can there's exercises like that just to keep that in mind. It's real similar to what you do at the beginning of the form when you go here. Except for it's here instead of here, it's this way. It's the only difference. It's real similar. So yeah, you can do that for here. It's similar to this too, the single whip, but it's just here. It's open. It's not closed. So, anyways, to get to that, let's do the next move now. So,
Okay.
you go, you're here. You go, elbow, here. Now, oh, I can't see. I gotta see myself. So here. Now you just open up. Remember, you're in a. Well, yeah, you got it already. Your cat stance, right? Foot this way, but your body's kind of to the corner. So, anyways, you go here, open up, just like before. But this time, instead of going here, you go here. So it still goes here. Oops, my glasses are broken. Instead of going stroke the beard to the center, the solar plexus, and come out this way, you're going straight forward, right? So camera straight out level with me, straight up instead of going. Breathe. As you do this, you step. Your foot goes. Right? Push through. It's called push the mountain. So you really push with that left leg. Push, 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 push. Turn. Same move, different angle. Yeah. Breathe in. Yeah. That's it. Stroke the beard, but this time come out straight, not diagonal. Yeah. Straightforward as opposed to diagonal. But it's the same, right? So you're pushing the mountain, push through, push, push, push. The foot comes up, finish. Now from here, you turn over.
Oh, right.
Change 3 palms. Yeah, that's it. Let me see that. Oh, that's good. That's good. Just actually, this is a detail, so maybe it's too much detail, but just it's real comfortable to do this when you do. Remember this. Watching not the one with the whole body, but just this, the shoulders.
Huh.
But similar, same thing almost. But anyways, remember here to not necessarily come out here. You want to let it go. It doesn't look like this, but you let it drop. Fast. When the thing with the stroke the beard is you let it drop all and relax. Then yeah, make sure it comes out from here. From here. So what you're doing is you're dropping this to drop all this center to here, then it meets with this center. These two centers meet right here in the middle. There you go. And then the third one goes out. So here it goes. Turn, elbow, but they grab your elbow, this comes up. Elbow, but they grab your elbow, this comes up. You don't actually on the elbow though, on this one, you don't actually come out this way. You start to, but they stop it. It stops. So it's more like yeah, boom, boom, as opposed to right. It gets stopped before that ever happens. They're stopping. So you're going on. So in close, So they're hitting your arms, whatever. So it looks like that kind of. So when you're actually using it, yeah. So yeah, think of that too. Like you can even do this. Like this is an exercise. Come out with your elbow, that little needle thing, but they stop you. As soon as it grabs, whenever that happens, whenever you elbow somebody and they grab your elbow and stop it or stuff it or whatever, so it stops, it doesn't work. They call that flowering out. Whenever they grab you, flower comes out. Flower. So they go here, flower comes out. But in this case, it's a palm. a flower, just a palm instead of a fist. So you're going here. So you go. Let me see if I can. So you go. You're here. All one motion. You start at the elbow, but in the last time it goes around. This is from the side. That's fist under elbow. And from this side. As you go here, that's where the step is. See? As it goes. It's actually as you turn, so it's more natural. Turn. 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 Move out. So let's see from here.
Here.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. And this one is this way. Not exactly here or here, but kind of in between. It's 45 or so. I don't recall even my teacher really showed me what that's for, but I remember my new teacher was like, out of all the students, he was like, oh, when I did it, he was like, hey, that's the way it's supposed to look, you know. And all I remember about what I was trying to imitate is when I saw my teacher, the original teacher, you know, yeah, she died like 21 years ago, so it's been a minute since I've seen him do it. But I remember I remember the look that it was like kind of here, that he didn't come down this way. It's kind of like, just kind of paying attention up here somehow. I'm not sure what the. I mean, I know some stuff it's for. This is like obvious. There's a lot of stuff this is for, and there's a lot of stuff this is. I'm just not sure exactly. I can show some of the applications, but trying to explain them would be really hard. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. I just move from here again, just to change palms. Oh, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
The stance, when you do the, here I gotta see if I can show my stance. When you do the, sorry, I don't know what happened to my stand, our stand when we were traveling back and forth. So that's why I don't have a good stand. But anyways, so here, just like when you're doing this move,
Mm-hmm.
it's not too strong long. It's like here, right? And this is on its toe. It's the same thing when you're doing this move. Here, you go open, that goes out, right? That goes. I push with the back leg, push the mountain, and this leg comes here. So it's probably doesn't make sense. I gotta do it from the side. Actually, it makes more sense when I'm saying this way. It's not way back here. It's like it's here. But the same way as before, you don't want to make this happen. Not that you are, but just be aware of that. You don't want to just you're keeping the pung and you're turning here, but you're But anyways, does that make sense? Just not as long. It's right under you. Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't fold quite as much. Here. Right, let me see up close actually, as you can see the hands. It's like it goes here. Are you doing the same thing as when you do the, like your gun barrels, your two middle fingers are lined up? You do that when you're doing this, only they're lining up over this way, right? When you do that. But this is different, right? Here you're going, here you line them up, as they line up, you're turning your body and they go here. Oh, actually, yeah, more detail is actually more here. They don't get behind like back here. It's more just, I'm going a little low so you can see this, but it's like here. Yeah, now I gotta think about it. Yeah, you don't line them up again. It's here. You just turn your body. So really, this is the elbow's in it, but it's not a full elbow. You know, it's never really.
Okay.
It's just more like you start with an elbow, they stop. You come out. Start with an elbow. Just like when you do these, you don't actually go elbow, right? This move, but you go shoulder, elbow, palm, sit back, right? When you're doing. There's a little elbow energy in there, but it's just really just a fold thing. A fold. Yeah, it's a little bit more in close. So you're. But that's pretty close. Yeah. So I think we have. Let me see. Let me say I know that sequence from here. I don't want to teach too many moves. If I do another move, it makes you forget the other. Like with me, I could learn a certain amount, and then it's like I don't want to learn anymore because then I have to just keep on practicing those. I learned one extra move. Now I mess up this part, and then I can't connect them. Now I can't practice them till next. Or you know what I mean? So I have to. Maybe I'll stop there, but it does. I'll show you the other part, but I won't have you learn it. Just so you have an idea.
Okay.
On the dip, let it wind up a second. Don't go through and then go first. Let it wind up. Unwind. Wind up. Unwind. Yeah. There you go. And then the second time you go through with the elbow to the side. Now pull yourself in.
Here. Let's see. Here.
Good. That's it. Slow, slow, slow. Don't really come out with the elbow that much. Just start. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and that was close. That was close. The last one, I'm just getting my left and right mixed up a little. Left, right. Keep yourself in with your left. You open up. Step through. Now you go. The left goes through, because this is all a strike right away. You do a big one, right? Push through. Left. Your right goes through. Your left goes through. Now, as your right starts to do this, does a big circle out and comes in. Meanwhile, the other one, the arms do a thing like this. Right? Boom. You go left, right, left, and then the right turns into something. Boom, boom, boom. Right. Yeah, there you go, there you go, there you go. Ooh, higher. And then the next part is it just it's easy to remember just because easier, more comfortable place to end. I think it's just simply to go. Okay, boom, boom, boom. All you do is you keep your legs in the same place. You go boom, and bring your feet together. Except for this is still on the toe, right? So bring your feet together. So just go relax. Just roller coaster. No, back to here.
Okay, I'm confused. So we were here.
Yeah.
I think actually I was supposed to be over here. Was that it?
No. Let me
Which
see.
way is the here?
Left, right, left. Now the right goes over,
Right.
and the left goes over.
Okay, no, it's here. Okay.
That's good. No, all you do here is just go here, and when it comes down, just go here.
Okay.
I think that's just an easier place to stop, you know, because it's not really a lot of action. Well, you don't have to think about it too much, but if you want, it's just it.
Mm-hmm.
I just figured I'd put that in there because it's the last move in the set you do actually kind of after you've done the last one here. It's just it's a nice place to stop because this is the last to the last move in the set, right? Just okay. So let me see. I'm going to show a couple more moves after that. So after that, there's going to be a repeat, but you don't have to learn this part now. But after that, it's like you've gone boom, 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 here, here. Now you just go. You do this one, here again. You do similar to this thing. And then you go here, you do it again. And then you get to do the elbows and stuff. This part's kind of fun. It gets some pretty cool moves, but they're moves you'll be repeating several times too. But don't worry about those now. Let's just I'm saying next moves are fairly easy, I think, compared to at least all these moves you've been doing. They're all pretty easy. It gets to be a lot more. There's a section you're just gonna have some repeats and some other cool moves and elbows. Then after that, it gets to the real cool moves, all the kicks and all the stuff. And then there's a bunch of repeats, so it's like you'll already know most of the rest of the set just because of the repeat. But let's see that part. I just want to make sure you're comfortable with that part. So
from here?
Yeah.
I already forgot everything.
Yeah, make sure you get out the way. Yeah. There you go. So it's here. You're gonna go. Yeah. Drop. Just drop from here. You want to go through this way? Just drop. Yeah, keep that palm in the leg. That's it. Yeah. Now elbow. Elbow the other side. And the last elbow's gonna pull you in. Now